Deep sleep, worries sweep. Welcome back to our quiet corner of the night, where ancient wisdom meets modern rest. I'm your host, and I'm here to guide you on a gentle journey through the heart of Chinese mythology, sharing one of the most beautiful and tender love stories ever told. Before we settle in completely, a soft whisper. If you find peace and rest here, a simple like or comment is the quietest way to support this space. Thank you. Now, dim the lights. Find your most comfortable position and let the blanket become your soft cocoon tonight. Tonight, we travel to the heavens to meet the goddess of the moon and explore a love so profound it separated a couple for eternity. This is the tale of Chang'e and Hou Yi, a story that ends not with a simple happy ending, but with an eternal watch from the stars. Chang'e chose the serene moon to protect the world, transforming from earthly wife into celestial guardian. This was a loving choice, showing that their bond transcended physical presence. This gentle transformation became a beautiful act of eternal protection that watches over us all. Tonight, we're not just telling a story, we're witnessing the birth of the Mid-Autumn Festival, a night where families gather to gaze at the same moon, thinking of those they love and those they miss. The Mid-Autumn Festival falls on October 6th this year. Special foods for this night: sweet mooncakes and the gentle fragrance of osmanthus flowers. We'll discover why these traditions began as our story unfolds tonight. Before we begin, let's breathe. Close your eyes if you can. Take a deep breath in and slowly let it out. Feel the weight of your day simply settling into the ground beneath you. Tonight's story will guide you to sleep. There's no hurry, no rush, just gentle words. Words that flow like water. As we journey together, let your mind drift. If you fall asleep, that's perfect. This story is designed to carry you there, gently, peacefully. As the world outside grows quiet, let the steady rhythm of my voice carry you peacefully towards sleep, like a tranquil moonbeam guiding you home. Let any tension in your body dissolve and feel yourself settling deeper into comfort, as if the gentle light of the moon itself is embracing you. And let us begin. story begins in a time of great warmth, long before the calendar we know today was written. Imagine the sky not holding one gentle, life-giving sun, but 10 of them. These 10 suns, born of the same celestial father of the East, decided one day to rise all at once. The result was too much heat, spreading across the peaceful realm below. The earth grew very warm. The rivers turned to gentle mist, and the ground became dry under the overwhelming light. Plants began to wither, and people sought shelter in cool caves, searching for the soft shadows that had disappeared. It was a time when nature's balance had shifted, and the world needed someone to restore harmony. But in the mountains lived a gentleman named Hou Yi. He was a hero of great skill, with unmatched talent with a bow. He saw the struggling plants, the dry earth, and the people seeking shade, and his heart was filled with deep care. He knew that for life to flourish again, this celestial imbalance needed gentle correction. His purpose was not for fame, but for the simple well-being of every living thing. Hou Yi began his peaceful journey up the highest peak of the Kunlun Mountains, the legendary spine of the world, where soft clouds drift among the rocks. He carried his beautiful bow, gifted to him by the heavens. He gathered all his focus, all his intent, and all his loving purpose into that quiet moment. With a steady draw that moved like flowing water, he released his first arrow. The sound was like gentle wind through the trees. One by one, he guided 9 of the bright suns back to their rest. Each arrow flew gracefully, transforming the blazing spheres into warm showers of golden light that softly faded into the peaceful sky. With each sun's gentle departure, the earth breathed more easily. The mist settled. The light became perfectly warm, and cool shadows returned like old friends. Hou Yi spoke kindly to the remaining sun. From this day forward, please rise and set in your natural rhythm every single day to nurture the people and bless the earth. With the challenge resolved, Hou Yi returned to a world renewed. The people cherished him deeply. He wasn't just a hero. He was their gentle protector. He became a wise teacher, and many traveled great distances to learn the arts of archery and wisdom from him. Life began to flourish again under the blessing of the single, faithful sun. Among his many students was a man named Feng Meng. While he learned the physical techniques of the bow quite well, his heart carried different intentions. He was drawn to the recognition that Hou Yi received, the admiration that people showed his master, but not the virtue that earned such respect, not the service that deserved such honor. He watched his master with quiet envy, always wondering how he might gain such status, how he might win such admiration for himself. But the true joy in Hou Yi's life was his wife, Chang'e. She was as graceful and gentle as Hou Yi was strong and wise. While her husband was teaching students or tending to his duties, Chang'e was often quietly helping among the villagers, sharing meals, mending clothes, and listening to their stories with patient care. She was beloved not only for her beauty, though she was truly radiant, but for the endless, tender compassion she showed to every person, wealthy or humble. Her kindness was like the soft, warm glow of candlelight, bringing comfort to every home she visited. Their love was a rare and precious thing. Hou Yi, the gentle hero who had restored balance to the world, found his truest peace in the quiet moments of life with Chang'e. Their evenings were spent in simple contentment. They spent time appreciating the peaceful life. They had helped create this life. He had accomplished something extraordinary. But he knew something important. The greatest treasure he possessed was the loving partnership. He shared this partnership with his beloved wife. One day, Hou Yi was granted an audience with the Queen Mother of the West, Mu, keeper of celestial wisdom. She honored his great deed with a precious gift, a small, luminous elixir, shimmering with eternal light. This was the legendary Elixir of Immortality. The Queen Mother of the West explained that taking the elixir would grant him eternal life and allow him to join the immortals in the heavens, becoming a celestial being. She added a gentle reminder: there was only enough for one person. This precious gift, meant as a wonderful reward, brought with it an important choice to consider. Hou Yi stood quietly, the tiny, glowing pill resting softly in his palm. The thought of endless life was intriguing, but leaving Chang'e behind, the idea troubled him deeply. She would continue her earthly journey while he remained forever young, and this gentle thought filled his heart with tender longing. His truest wish was simple: not to live forever, but to treasure each day with his beloved wife. He understood that an eternity without her would feel empty rather than blessed. He returned home and gently shared this dilemma with Chang'e. Together they made a thoughtful, loving decision. They would not use the elixir just yet. They chose their mortal love over individual, eternal life. Chang'e carefully placed the shimmering pill into a beautiful 100 treasures box, a small, special container where she kept her most cherished items. She stored it safely away, her heart at peace, knowing their love was more valuable than the promise of immortality. They believed their secret was safe, hidden away like a treasured memory. But sometimes, when we think we are alone, others may be listening. Walls have ears, and secrets travel softly. Feng Meng had been listening carefully, waiting quietly by doors, watching from shadows. He had glimpsed that strange, ethereal glow coming from the precious box. He had heard whispered conversations between his teacher and Chang'e. Slowly, the truth became clear to him. The extraordinary power of immortality rested so close by. This thought filled his mind day after day. What had started as careful observation grew into burning desire. The elixir called to him, promising endless life. The day came on the 15th of the 8th lunar month, a quiet, peaceful morning filled with the promise of the full moon. Hou Yi prepared to take his students out for the day, for a long journey of learning and practice in nature. Feng Meng mentioned feeling unwell, asking to stay behind to rest and recover. Hou Yi, trusting and caring for his student's well-being, wished him a speedy recovery and departed, unaware of the plans forming in Feng Meng's mind. Twilight approached softly. The air grew cool and gentle. Feng Meng made a quiet decision. With calm steps, he entered Hou Yi's home. He moved slowly through the familiar rooms. When he found Chang'e, he paused thoughtfully. His voice was soft, but determined. "I would like the elixir," he said gently. The words floated in the peaceful air. Chang'e looked at him with gentle confusion. Something in the atmosphere began to shift. Chang'e faced this unexpected moment with gentle grace. Her heart remained calm and clear. She thought of her husband and his loving work to protect the world. She thought of all the people living peacefully below. This precious gift was meant for good, not for selfish desires. Her mind became still and certain. She knew what she must do. The elixir needed protection from the wrong hands. With quiet determination, she made her choice. Chang'e moved slowly toward the 100 treasures box. Her hands opened the lock with gentle care. She lifted the delicate, glowing pill and held it thoughtfully. The small elixir shimmered like captured starlight. With serene acceptance, she placed it on her tongue. The pill dissolved softly, like sweet morning dew. She swallowed gently, feeling its warm glow. The elixir was safe now, protected forever. The moment the elixir dissolved, a wonderful lightness filled her entire being. It felt peaceful, like a gentle, warm release spreading through her body. She began to feel lighter. Her body became weightless. Her robes flowed softly, like silk in gentle breeze. Her feet lifted from the ground, so gently. She drifted toward the window, past the swaying trees. She floated over the quiet fields. She glided higher and higher. She rose into the starlit sky. She ascended. The heavens called to her with whispered invitation. She drifted upward, peaceful and serene, higher and higher into the starlit sky. The moon's silver light welcomed her home. She looked toward the evening sky. The beautiful full moon called to her softly. Its cool, peaceful light seemed like home, a place of tranquility beyond earthly worries. The gentle cosmos carried her upward. She became a graceful, silvery figure against the velvet darkness. Her ascent was a quiet promise. She would stay as close as possible to her beloved husband, as close as the universe would allow. Hou Yi returned home late that night. The house felt unusually quiet. He found the empty 100 treasures box. Gentle signs showed something important had happened. His heart began to understand. When he stepped outside, he looked up at the sky. A small, graceful figure floated peacefully above. She drifted toward the bright, full moon. Chang'e, Chang'e, he called softly, his voice filled with gentle love. He walked toward the moon's light, but the distance stretched endlessly before him. With each step, the moon seemed to dance away. The cosmos had its own rhythm now. They would live in different realms. His great strength, which had guided 9 suns to rest, could not change this gentle transformation. And perhaps that was as it should be. Chang'e eventually settled in her new home, the serene Moon Palace. It is a place of gentle beauty, filled with silver light and quiet peace. This realm feels warm, despite its celestial nature. Every corner glows softly, like being inside a pearl. The palace rests in tranquil stillness, echoing only with sounds of contentment. Nearby grows a beautiful osmanthus tree, its branches reaching gently toward the stars. This special tree blooms eternally, releasing sweet osmanthus fragrance. The scent reminds Chang'e of gardens she once tended on Earth. It drifts through her new home, bringing comfort and happy memories. Close by sits the jade rabbit, Chang'e's gentle companion. The little rabbit works quietly, preparing healing herbs with careful paws. Its soft movements create peaceful rhythm, like a lullaby that never ends. Time flows gently in this serene place. And there she remains to this day, the moon goddess, beautiful, luminous, and eternally watchful. She is not simply residing there. She keeps a loving vigil. Every night, especially when the moon is fullest, she stands near the osmanthus tree. She gazes down at the earth below, sending her gentle light to the world. Her love has not ended. It has transformed into quiet, patient radiance that bathes the world in silver peace. When the villagers learned what had happened, their love for kind Chang'e grew stronger. This love became a beautiful tradition. They gathered in their courtyards under the moonlight. They placed offerings of her favorite foods, round sweet mooncakes and fresh fruits. Together they gazed up at the moon, silently sending their love and gratitude. They understood her loving choice to protect the world. This deserved eternal honor and remembrance. As years passed on Earth, something beautiful began to happen. People started gathering each autumn when the moon was fullest and brightest. They came to honor Chang'e's story and the love she represented. These gatherings became the Mid-Autumn Festival, celebrated every year on the 15th day of the 8th lunar month. As this story reaches you, it arrives in preparation for this very special time. October 6th, 2025, when the Mid-Autumn Festival will grace us once again. Families across the world will gaze up at the same luminous moon that Chang'e calls home. Feel this gentle connection across time and space. Families sharing round mooncakes, the sweet fragrance of osmanthus flowers drifting through gardens. Children pointing up at the silver light, feeling safely watched over by her presence. Some stories transcend centuries, connecting every heart that has ever loved deeply. Children point to the moon and see protection, not emptiness. Adults gaze upward and feel comforted, knowing someone who understood loving choices blesses them from above. Chang'e had transformed her personal journey into something that brought comfort to countless people across generations. Her loving choice had become the foundation for one of humanity's most beautiful celebrations, a celebration that continues to this day. In her lunar home, Chang'e has discovered the deepest secret of love, that separation in space can create closeness in spirit. She is no longer Hou Yi's earthly companion. She has become something even more precious, a source of eternal comfort. Her presence touches every heart that has known the complexity of love. She has learned that true love doesn't end with physical separation. It transforms into something larger, something that can embrace the whole world. The osmanthus flowers in her lunar garden bloom with silver fragrance. Their petals sometimes drift down to earth as gentle shooting stars. They carry her blessings to those below. Chang'e has become what she chose to be, not just the guardian of one person's happiness, but a symbol of love that serves others. Her presence reminds us that sometimes the greatest gift we can give is to become a source of light for others, even from far away. On quiet nights, when the moon is full and bright, you can sense her gentle presence, protective and infinitely compassionate. She whispers to every loving heart that the most beautiful relationships inspire us to become better, to give more, to love beyond ourselves. Her story teaches us that endings can become beginnings, that distance can deepen connection, and that the love we give away returns to us as endless light. As our story draws to a close, let yourself rest in the gentle truth that Chang'e's tale offers. That love, in its purest form, is not about possession, but about protection and care. Feel the soft moonlight, even if you cannot see it. Sense that gentle presence that has watched over humanity for thousands of years. Tonight, as you prepare for sleep, imagine Chang'e's serene smile looking down upon you. Her light touches your window with the same tenderness she once shared with Hou Yi, the same protective warmth she extends to all. You are held in that ancient love, cradled in moonbeams that have comforted countless generations before you. Let Chang'e's eternal watch guide you into peaceful dreams, where love transcends all boundaries, and every ending becomes a new beginning. Sleep now, under her gentle protection. Let her story wrap around you like silk. Drift into dreams, knowing you too are cherished. Deep sleep, worries sweep. Rest in the moonlight's embrace.